Ravens, and we are now joined by the Rhode Island Rams, the very exciting Harold Cooper and Jim Fleming, coaching your fourth season coming up with University of Rhode Island. I want to take you back to the end of last year. You finished with a win over Elon and a very close loss against Townsend. How can this year's team turn some of those close losses into wins for 2017?
It's very simple when you start looking at the game of football. We were minus 16 in the turnover margin over the course of the year, and that means for the football illiterate, which I know we're not talking to, but you know the amount of takeaways versus the amount of times you give it away. We were minus 16. You know, we were with that egregious statistic. You know, we were ahead, tied, or down by 7 in 6 football games in the fourth quarter. So you know, I think that, as I've evaluated it, our staff has evaluated, our kids have looked at it, is that, you know, we played a bunch of young players. We had 23 freshmen last year. We had a significant number of injuries that prevented us from being at full strength at times, not excuses but reasons. And but quite simply, if we're able to battle, compete, get better, you know, those freshmen become sophomores and play a little bit smarter and don't turn it over and take it away more, I think we've got great opportunity to make a mark in this league.
Yeah, when you look at those close games and you say, yeah, our wins weren't where we wanted them to be, but look how close we were here. One mistake here, one mistake here, and we're in or we're winning those games. That gave you some hope for this year to say, you know, although our record wasn't where we wanted it to be, we're not that far off.
Well, I think that's our kids. I was talking to the two that I got here today, you know, that we have belief. But our belief has to turn into expectation, and our expectation to win has always been there. I don't like to go into a season just hoping. I mean, but we prepared well. We've got good players, and we got good competition in a lot of number of different positions, and I'm very excited to see how we can take this group of guys, bring them together as a football team, and go on out and start focusing on each and every one of our opponents one at a time. And as the age-old statement is, you know, you just take them one at a time, and I think that we've got a very competitive football team that, as I said, has a chance to make a mark in this league.
The wins last year, Harold Cooper, that you guys had, fairly significant, especially that first win against Brown. What did it mean to win that rivalry game, the Rhode Island state title?
Well, it meant a lot to us because we knew there was a lot of people behind us that wanted us to win. We did it for the people in the state of Rhode Island, like the workers in the kitchens and stuff like that. So we knew everybody was behind us, and they wanted us to win. Even the governor wanted us to win a little bit too. So she was on our side, so we just had the belief that we could do it, and we just came off with the W.
And then, of course, going to Elon, winning on the road, something that this team hasn't done in a long time, able to go on the road and get, you know, a really great win at their place.
Yeah, that showed the character of our team. We came off a loss the week before, and we had a bye week, and we bounced back, and we told ourselves that we're going to win this next game. There's no more losing on away games, no more. We just got to keep winning, and we took it there. And I say we had our best game in the 3 years I've been there. So,
Harold Cooper is one of the most exciting players that this league has to offer. How does he impact a game out there for you guys?
Well, he impacts it tremendously because he's not only an opportunity to hand the ball off to him very safe and let him do his thing. You know, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's obviously got explosiveness on special teams. So, I mean, you know, Coop is a guy that when we came in here 4 years ago was one of our, you know, first guys to say he wanted to get on board to be able to help us, you know, turn this bad boy around. And everything I want to see for him is an outstanding senior year. And if he has the outstanding senior I think he's capable of, then we have an opportunity to be successful as well.
Outside of your exploding plays, Harold, you got a lot of, you know, skill guys coming back on the offensive side of the ball. What are some of the expectations, you know, coming into this season for the offense?
Our expectation this year is for the receivers to do very well this year. We have a great competition at quarterback this year. We believe that once our quarterback gets the feeling with our receivers, I think they have a great year. Then our old line is huge guys, and they're probably the best I've seen in 3 years I've been here. And they're together, they move as a unit, they do everything together, and then now we just got to make sure we come in and win games. That's all we can do now.
Let's flip it over to the defensive side of the football, where you've got 10 players returning that have some starting experience. What should we expect from the Rams defensively?
Aggressive, take the ball away, stop the run game. I mean, the basic things you've heard from most coaches. But we've got, 8 guys I think we can rotate through with the defensive line, which is a huge benefit for us. Linebacker-wise, we've got some returners that Justin Hogan coming off a fairly significant injury-laden season, bringing in Miles Gardia as a transfer kid, and a handful of the other guys that have been running around doing a great job. And then secondary-wise, we've got experience. And when you have experience in the secondary, then you can play a little bit more confidently. But our approach has never really changed. I mean, we want to be sound, fundamental, and we want to be the most physical team on the football field every Saturday. And I think defensively we have an opportunity to achieve that goal, and that's what we'll be focused on here starting on Sunday.
You talk about the physicality. Harold, what are you doing in the off season? Because your Adidas polo, you're barely fitting in it. You're a big guy.
He's following my workout regimen is what it is.
What do you do? What is part of? Walk us through a little bit of your off season routine.
We wake up, I want to say 5:45 in the morning, go lifting. I do the usual team workouts. I do a little bit after with arms. But this off season, I really try to work on my conditioning to last longer for the fourth quarter, so we can win those games that we couldn't win last year. And that's really it. I don't really try to overdo the lifting things because I just do it because I have to do it. But
He's fooling us over here, overdoing the lifting things. Come on.
I think so, because he has to do it. Yeah, well, you're looking good, and we expect good things from your football team here in your 4th season with the Rams.